This is the entertainment show. This is the entertainment show. I know what you came here for. I know what you came here for. Let me hear you say, oh, 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 oh. Let me hear you say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the entertainment show.
Welcome everybody again to the Entertainer Show. I am your host, Stephanie Delikers, once again. But this time we have a different guest, and it is Kevin Byrne. Say hello, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin, to the crowd. Said he.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well today. Thank you for asking. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. And actually, I want to hear your music. I'm dying for you to go perform already.
Well, don't do that. Not until after the show, anyway.
Of course, of course. But, so I heard you live around here?
I do. I live right up the road, actually. Long time. Well, about 10 years now I've lived in Somerville.
For 10 years.
Big fan of the city. Big fan of the music scene around here. There's lots going on, so I just sort of moved in.
And how did everything start? I want to know.
My music career, as it were? Well, my father was a singer and played guitar. So that's how I got into it when I was younger. Around 16, I really liked to sing, so I started picking up his guitars around the house, you know. I wound up going to school for music, got a degree in composition and theory, music composition and theory.
Did you go to school around here?
I went to school in Keene, New Hampshire, the western end of New Hampshire, almost Vermont. Yeah, and I've just been doing it ever since, in all sorts of capacities, different bands. I've done a lot of like Irish music gigs. I played with my dad for 15 years at the Black Rose. We did. I tried to count it one time. It was well over 1,500 gigs I did with him. He was there for 35 years playing at the Black Rose. Rest his soul, he passed away last year.
I'm sorry.
But I got to play with him there for 15 years, so that's a very special memory. And but as far as my own music goes, I really started writing songs and allowing myself to write songs maybe 5 or 6 years ago. And I released my first album a year and a half ago or so. And
what's the title?
So I'm working on selling that. Olio.
Olio.
O-L-I-O.
You got that? You got it written down?
Olio.
All right.
Get your pads out, people. I'll wait. We'll wait. We can wait for them to get their pads out, right?
I think they should have it.
We'll just chill until you guys get back from the den or whatever you're doing. No, olio, which is a word that means, stop moving around. It's a word that means hodgepodge in English, and the album has such a varied, like all the genres of each song are so varied that I decided to go with the title Olio, which means hodgepodge, to represent the various musical styles represented on the album. And it's a fun word that not everyone knows, and people are often asking, what does that word mean?
Where's Olio?
Olio, right. And I think he was also, no, that was Oblio. I was going to say he was the guy with the pointy head and the dog named Mira, but that was Oblio. So we can edit that out, right, later? You don't have to edit it out. I mean, it's cool.
But you're in a band now.
I am in a band now.
So how did that come
The
up?
band that's going to be performing for you later through the magic of television.
Can't wait.
Is my band. I write all the songs. And fabulous lineup of consummate musicians. Jonas Kahn will play guitar. Jeff Allison will play drums. And usually Jeremy Dryden is my bass player, but he had family obligations today. So the illustrious Frank Arthur Drake will be joining us on bass guitar today.
That is very exciting, you guys. And I was talking to them behind stage. You should meet these people. They're phenomenal, exactly how Kevin is. But how did you meet these people?
How did I meet these people? Let's see. Jeremy, the bass player, who will not be with us today, I've known for the longest. I met him at a place called the Tiernanog, which is now Bull McCabe's right here in Union Square. You guys probably know it. Fabulous music venue. He used to play with a bunch of groups out there, and I just loved his bass playing, and I would sit there and watch him. So one day I introduced myself and got to know him that way. And eventually I needed a bass player for my band, and he was the best one, so I asked him. And the other guys, Jonas, the guitar player, is the booking agent at Sally O'Brien's, which is where I work and where I do my regular gig, the first Sunday every month at 5:30. my band plays at Sally O'Brien's in Union Square, Somerville, Massachusetts. And Jonas, the guitar player, he books the bands for that club. That's how I met him. I had a different guitar player when I had originally met him, and but I knew him from being in the club, and it turns out he's perfect for my band. So, and the drummer is good friends with Jonas, and that's how I met him.
So,
Jeff.
Kind of curious about this. I was reading some of your song list, and Valerie, what's that about?
The names in that song have not been changed to protect the innocent. No, it's a fictional song about a non-fictional character
And
that may or may not be in my past. I guess you'll just have to not know.
It's a secret that we're going to
Totally
have to
top
keep.
secret, yeah.
But how did you say you compose almost every song, all the songs, right, in your band?
That's right. I compose every song in my band. That's right. Some of my members will come up with different parts or their own instrumental parts, but for the most part, entirely my own creations.
How do you come up with that?
That's a really good question in that I don't really have a great answer for it. So it'll take up some time, for you TV watchers out there. I don't really know. Like the process of writing for me, it's sometimes it's one way and sometimes it's the other. Sometimes I'll sit down with my guitar and I'll start singing and there's a song and it's done. The song's done. Sometimes I'll sit there for hours and nothing will happen, and I'll have to really plug away at it and like try and write things down and woodshed everything and hash it out. And eventually something comes together and I say, okay, I can work with this. Yeah. But then other times, and honestly, sometimes, in my opinion, some of my better songs just sort of occur.
So they
just sort of happen,
You wake up one day and just like.
Sometimes, and I've even had dreams where I heard a song in my dream and I woke up and managed to remember some of it and write it down.
That's very cool. That's very awesome. But from all the gigs, so you had a bunch of gigs already.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've been doing it for ages. Yeah.
Can you actually say what was one of your favorites? Like one that stands out for me?
Oh, one of my favorite gigs of all time? Oh, jeez. I probably have a few answers for that. I did a gig last year, which was probably the most unusual gig I ever did. And in a way, it was my favorite. I played at this school. I forget the name of the school, but it's not far from here. On the other side of Winter Hill there. Winter Hill School, maybe. I forget what it's called. But it's this really neat school, and they have this thing called the cafetorium, which is their the cafeteria for all the kids. It's like a K through 9 school, kindergarten through 9th grade. And in the cafeteria, there's a stage. So it's an auditorium cafeteria, which they call the cafetorium. And I guess every couple weeks they have entertainers in. And I went in and did 7 15-minute sets. Like kindergarten and first grade would come in for 15 minutes and eat their lunch and their ice cream and stuff. Whee! And I'd sing them a few songs. And then they all leave. And then second and third grade would come in and I'd do a 15-minute set for them. And it was very bizarre and strange but it was really neat too, and just engaging with all the kids, and it was really fun. It was a really unusual gig. So that's one of my more memorable gigs. Maybe not my most prestigious gig, but certainly one of my most interesting ones.
Rare that you
it was really neat. Yeah. So there's one example.
No, but that's really great. But how would you classify yourself?
I try to do that, and let's see.
What's
the
Kevin
best
Byrne?
Sort of phrase that I come up with to describe my music is contemporary American acoustic music. There's like I said, the genres in what I do, it's often pretty varied. I'll have a very pop-sounding song, and then I'll go into a very dark-sounding song. And then I might have a really folky song that's really sensitive, And then I might have a song that's really raucous, and got one leg up on the amplifier, So it's various, but it seems like the unifying thread in everything is melody. Everything is song-based and vocal. And there's a melody in every song.
So there's a little bit of everything for every audience, you can basically
All
say, right?
demographics
So
may apply.
you heard it, folks.
You did.
Everybody can buy his album. Everybody can listen to him because you will love him.
You can buy it twice if you wanted to. And you can find it. It's okay to like
Yes,
advertise, right?
obviously, yeah.
My CD is for sale, and it's on. You can get it on iTunes. You can get it on CD Baby, or you could go to my Facebook page, which is Facebook, whatever /Kevin Byrne Band, KEVIN BYRNE BAND, and the album is called Olio, OLIO. So you can just search Kevin Byrne Olio, and you can find it on iTunes. You can find it on CD Baby, all those things. They make great gifts. You can buy a digital version, or you can buy the actual, if you're old school, you can buy the actual hard copy version. And, unlimited. You can buy as many as you want. I won't restrict you to a maximum purchase. So, and I need a new pair of shoes, so go out there and buy my CD.
But before we're running out of time and everything, do you want to inform the audience with anything else that's going on? Because I know you do different gigs around the area, so they might want to come and watch the show and meet the famous
I do.
Kevin
My
Burns.
regular gig, as I said, is at Sally O'Brien's in Union Square. I do the first Sunday every month there. So you can always come check me out there. It's a really neat gig. It's like a very homey type of atmosphere. We have a pot roast dinner, and and Ambra Casares sings after me. And I don't know if you guys have heard of her, but she is the best singer you'll ever hear. Oh my God, she's good.
So it's a 2-in-1, you guys.
That's right. It's a twofer. Two for Sunday. Don't come on Tuesday. I won't be there. Also, I would like to give a quick shout out, as the kids are saying these days, to my grandmother, who's 102 years old today. Happy birthday.
Oh,
Mimi.
congratulations.
Yeah. And it's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
How old are you going to be? Not
Yes.
announcing it? No.
Yes. Absolutely.
But it was awesome having you here today in the show.
Thank you. It was awesome to be
And
here.
thank you for the audience for joining us.
This is a really good
the
show.
Entertainers. But other than that, I'm dying. I really want to see you and your band perform. And hopefully I get to hear Valerie, or maybe, I don't know yet. It's a surprise, but
Well, we'll see what we can do.
thank you so much. And thank you for joining us today in the Entertainer Show. Hopefully we'll see you next week with greater talent, everything coming in next week in the urban city. Thank you so much, you guys.